Good morning and welcome to Wake Up with Jay. Well, it's another beautiful day. But now if you think about it, every morning you wake up is a beautiful day. I always like to start my day smelling the coffee. I don't know why, but it's just something about coffee to say, wow, this is going to be a great day. And usually the first cup is the one that kind of gets the brain going to wake you up a little bit. But by the time I'm in front of my desk on the second one and I'm checking out my messages and my emails, then you kind of know, you're into that groove. You're really here for the day. It's kind of my little peaceful time. We all have our different ones, and of course, a number of us, we meditate in the morning. Okay, we do our affirmations. What's that? You didn't do your affirmations this morning? Hang on, we'll get to that. But first, let's go ahead and get Jay's quote for the day out of the way. And this one is by Leo Bugatti. And he says, too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which we have the potential to turn a life around. And let me share this with you. I've been making these videos, I think this is the 180th one, something like that, this year, right? And the other day I got this message from a person, and he said, and this really got to me. He said, I watched one of your videos, and he told me which one it was. I'm sorry, I can't remember it right now. But then he said that video changed my life around. Okay? Now, I do this, of course, to give people inspiration and motivation to live life. Because at 63, almost 64, God's blessed me to have a good life. And I'm like this, hey, the next guy puts his pants on just like I do. Okay, so we're all God's children, meaning that we're all entitled to have a great life. We're all entitled to take a vacation yearly with our family, to travel, get married, have kids, have grandkids. That's when it really gets fun. Okay, but one of the things that you have to do, and that's why I started like this, is that you have to believe in yourself. And that of course, is the title of the thought for the day. So I just want to take a minute, and one of the things I wanted to do in this conversation is to recommend a book for you to kind of help you with this believe in yourself. And it's an old book. I can't even tell you when it was printed. But it was by Norman Vincent Peale. At that time it sold over 3 million copies. Lord knows how many it's sold by now. And it's called The Power of Positive Thinking. Now I'm only going to concentrate on chapter 1. Now, it's a short book, but powerful book. It's only 223 pages in there. Okay? And it says this book will show you how faith in yourself makes good things happen to you. How to break the worry habit. Whoa. How to get other people to like you. How to energize your life, to give yourself the vitality and initiative needed to carry out your ambitions and hopes. How to avoid the jitters in your daily work, okay? How to believe in yourself and in everything you do, and a few other things. But I just want to, he starts out, the first chapter is Believe in Yourself. That's kind of where I got the title from today. And he starts out with the story of a guy that he met at a convention. And this guy stopped him after the show and told him he was on the way to another meeting, but he was worried. He didn't think he was going to do good. He didn't know if he was prepared, But he really needed this because this was going to make or break him in the business. And when Norman told him, he said, what I want you to do, I want you to repeat this. And it says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Okay? And the guy was unfamiliar with these words, so he wrote them on a card, and then he said he had the guy read it to him 3 times. Now, reading, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. If you do that, I say do it 10 times. That's called an affirmation. Okay. Again, to get successful, it's about mindset. You have to set your mind kind of like you set a clock. Okay. And you do that by feeding it good stuff. This book, believe me, is covered from page to page. I'm not going to read it all now, but just going to go through here, because along with Think and Grow Rich, which is the other book that I recommend, chapter 2 and chapter 4 on desire and on auto-suggestion, the other thing that most people understand is that you get a lot right from the Bible. Here's another one. According to your faith, be it unto you. That's Matthew 9:29. Now try reading that 10 times a day. Affirmations, okay, you should do it morning and night, right along with your visualization of whatever it is, the goal that you're looking for. And then it says here is another one. If you have faith, nothing shall be impossible unto you. That's Matthew 17:20. And this one I like. If God be for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:31. That's one my grandmother used to read to me a lot. Okay, so that's just a couple of them. I'm telling you, this book is filled with nuggets. Real quick, I'm going to read something that you definitely need to go over. And this is a formula and stamp indelibly on your mind, mental picture of yourself as succeeding. Now, that's not what I wanted to read. Oh yeah, that's part 1. What he's doing here is summing up how you or what you do to build your self-confidence. He says follow our 10 simple workable rules. Okay, and here we go. First one is to formulate and stand indelibly in your mind a mental picture of yourself as succeeding. He said hold this picture tenaciously, never permit it to fade. Your mind will seek to develop this picture. So it means that you've got to imagine this until your mind actually develops this and you can see it. Then the next thing says, whenever a negative thought concerning your personal power comes to mind, deliberately voice a positive thought. That goes into what I tell you about having those 50,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. That's why you do this stuff. You need to read 10 to 15 pages a day, by the way. And then it says, do not build up obstacles in your imagination. Depreciate every so-called obstacle. Minimize them. Difficulties must be studied and efficiently dealt with to be eliminated. But they must be seen for only what they are. They must not be inflated to fear thoughts. Okay? Well, that was heavy. An obstacle, I like to call them challenges. And then he goes on, do not be awestruck by other people who try to copy them. Nobody can be you as efficiently as you can. Repeat that. Do not be awestruck by other people and try to copy them. You can't be anyone but you. Okay? So don't worry about the next guy. God made all of us individually. We all have our own personality. That's very important. And then he says 10 times a day, repeat these dynamic words. If God be for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:31. Stop reading and repeat them now, slowly and confidently. You got to get this book. Number 6, get a competent counselor to help you understand why you do what you do. Learn the origin of your inferiority and self-doubt. Now, counselor, this can be done with a lifestyle coach. Okay? Hand up. That's me, right? Okay, so you can do it with a coach. Get your own coach. All right, that's important. And now he reports, what was it, number 6, number 7, 10 times a day, each day, practice the following affirmation. Repeat it out loud possibly. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Okay? And number 8, make true estimate of your own ability, then raise it 10%. Do not become egotistical, but develop a wholesome self-respect. Believe in your own good release powers. I'll give you a perfect example of that. Muhammad Ali in his prime. Muhammad Ali in his prime. Use that for that one. And it says, put yourself in God's hands to do the simple state, I am in God's hands. Then believe you are. Now, receiving all the power you need, feel it flowing into you. Affirm the kingdom of God is within you. That's Luke 17:21. Remind yourself that God is with you and nothing can defeat you. Believe that you now receive power from Him. I like this book. I'm serious. I must have wrote this book back in 1980, 81. and it's been on my shelf. And they say a lot of times in life, sometimes you have to go backwards and go back to things you were successful with. So my tip for today: believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Go out and buy the book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. Don't forget your affirmations. Don't forget your visualizations. And the other book, well, we'll talk about that next time. But for right now, what I want you to do, and hopefully I've given you some good material, some good thought for today, go out and bless someone, please. The more, this is why I tell you to do this, the more you bless other people, the more blessings are going to come to you. Okay? And I pray I had enough time on this tape. So you have an awesome day, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bye now.